Hey, what's up, people? Happy New Year. This is your boy Chris. Before I start, let me wish Happy New Year, special Happy New Year to Nikki. Now I'm going to talk about this. See, on the New Year, I actually want to get things off to a positive start. This is like a really sad story, and the crazy thing about this story is the story started off like you heard about this girl, you felt sorry for, you felt bad for her like 1 week. Then the next week, as the story developed, there's a lot of people like they felt sorry for the girl, they felt bad for her. But the very next week, there ain't all the people saying, that bitch got what she deserved. And I'm just, it's a wild story. For people who don't know, the picture up there is a picture of a girl named Eva Casara. I think it was on Christmas Eve, or it might even been Christmas Day. They found this girl with a bullet. She got shot in the back of her head. This was in Dalton, I believe. Supposed to be, I believe, it's close to Chicago, but Dalton, Illinois. But they found her in a pool of blood. She was pregnant, 17-year-old pregnant girl, shot in the back of her head in a pool of blood in between two buildings or two houses, and left for dead in the snow. And it was like an outrageous story, and I think me and a lot of other people heard about it. I think it kind of made national news. It wasn't just local. Just like, who the hell would, what the hell is going on? I guess you could say the story has like 3 phases. First phase, the first thing I thought, which everyone else pretty much thought, was that her baby, she probably had some crazy baby daddy. Some low life who just decided, you know what? If I murder this chick, I ain't got to pay child support. So he probably murdered this girl and did that just so we wouldn't pay child support, which is ridiculous. But that's what I thought, but I'm pretty sure a lot of other people probably was thinking something along the lines that her baby daddy was somehow involved, because the girl, she's only 17 and she's supposed to drop out of school and she's pregnant and all this other stuff. So days later, guess what? Phase 2. They pick up the people who killed her, and who is it? But it's her boyfriend, her baby daddy, his brother, and apparently he had another one of his brothers that was supposed to be down with this whole thing. And I'm just wondering how these brothers, doing all of this, But apparently their story is that she accidentally got shot doing a drug deal, and which sounds like bullshit. I'm like, how is police releasing information like that? They just trying to get out of saying that they murdered this girl. The story is supposed to be that they was trying to rob a drug deal and she accidentally got shot. And I'm just like, okay, that shit doesn't even make any sense, because even if you was trying to rob a drug dealer, why would you bring your pregnant girlfriend around? She's carrying your child. Why would you bring her around that situation? I mean, unless she had to be there. I'm like, oh man, maybe she was a part of it, but you just like, when you look at this girl right here, she doesn't look like that type of chick. I mean, she's a cute little girl, fairly attractive. You figure she ain't that type of chick. She just doesn't, looking at her, but hey, you never know, people. But I thought, this is just some bullshit they trying to say just so they can get out of doing maybe seeing, I don't know what the laws are, whether you can get the death penalty or not. They was just trying to get out of that shit. That's what I was thinking. I'm pretty sure a lot of people were thinking the same thing. I'm like, really? I'm thinking I know the cops ain't stupid. They're gonna believe that. They've been in the law enforcement business for a while. They know when cats is lying. They should. But anyway, then we get to phase 3. Phase 3, they finally catch the one of the other brothers. Now apparently the last brother they caught, he's not the oldest brother. But the baby daddy is the youngest brother. The other brother's like 19 and 20 or 21, something like that. They finally get the whole story that apparently the drug dealer they was trying to rob was a friend of hers, so she was to meet this dude to literally set him up so they could rob him. And not only rob him, but more than likely, being he knows her, and then after they robbed him, they probably murder him and rob him. So basically, this chick is 17 years old, running around 5 months pregnant, and she's setting people up to get murdered and robbed. And she winds up, now apparently from what they say, she's in the car with this dude. She was in the car with the dude with her baby daddy, but the dude told her baby daddy to get out. I guess he realized homeboy was real shady. He got out. That's when I think they tried to rush the car, and Doom homeboy pulled off. They were shooting at the car, but she was still inside the car, and they bust out the back window. Apparently she gets shot in the back of the head. Drug dealers realize she's still in the back of the car, so a couple of blocks after they got away from the gunfire, they pull out and throw her in the alley somewhere and break out. Now they supposed to know her, and some people's like, well, how do you do that to somebody they know? I'm like, well, hey, this is the same chick who just basically just tried to set them up to get killed, to get murdered and robbed. So, and I'm just like, and that's how it developed went from phase 1 to phase 2, where everybody was like, damn, how somebody could do that to such a girl? And everybody's like, well, hey, if she wanted to be a thugette or, a ride or die chick, then, but the problem is that, she, alright, the chick, I don't know what the age of consent is, or, I don't know whether she's a full adult, like, at the age of 17 or not, but if she want to do shit like that, then, how are you going to put your little baby, she wound up it was a baby girl, they took the baby girl out of her, and she, like, I'm not even going to put the picture of the baby girl, because it doesn't even look like a baby. They got all kinds of machines trying to get her to survive. They named the baby, Leilani, which is a beautiful name, but, but the baby had no choice in that matter, I'm like, hey, if she wants to run around doing shit like that, why put your baby in the mix? I mean, you think about 3 men who, like, not one of them said, like, yo, she needs to sit this one out, or if she's the only reason why, the only person could get homeboy there to try to rob him, then he just like, let's just try somebody else. But, not one of those 3 dudes thought, like, yo, she just need to sit this out, she have the child or something, then leave the child with the mother or the grandmother, and let them go around and do their little thing. I'm just like, but the story really kind of had me like, well, damn, because I was feeling bad for her. But after I heard that, I'm like, yo, if I knew this chick, I might just like choke her out just for being so stupid for doing something like that, like choke her fucking ass for doing some stupid shit. Like, I'm like, how are you gonna be running around the streets doing stuff like that, and you 5 months pregnant? And I really shouldn't be surprised, because like chicks are known for like setting dudes up for robberies and all kinds of stuff, but pregnant chicks, and this chick right here, I mean, when you look at her, she doesn't really look like that type of chick. I mean, if I was to see her, I would never think this type of chick is going to set me up to have me murdered and robbed. Oh, well, not that I'm a drug dealer, let me clarify that. I'm just saying she's not the type of chick that I would suspect of that, but I mean, like I said, she's kind of attractive. So, like, a lot of times we like to think the best of people being attractive, even though, a lot of them were born that way. It's not like, they made themselves attractive. So you just like to think the best of people. But this story, I was just like, damn, shit is that serious in the street? Well, you got pregnant teenagers setting people up for robbery and murder and all this shit. And, this is a ride or die chick. And you hear about ride or die chicks. But, this chick, she paid the ultimate price, because I actually did a couple of videos about some other chicks. They wound up in jail, but they didn't pay the ultimate price. They wound up in jail, and as far as I know, both of them are out of jail. I think one went to school, and she, like, she's prospering. I think the other one's still fooling around, getting arrested, fighting with cops, but she's still alive. She ain't running around all shot up. But this chick, she paid the ultimate price, at the age of 17. So, I think she was just getting started in her criminal career. I mean, let's be real. She's doing shit like that at 17 and she's pregnant. More than likely she's going to catch some bullets or, wind up in jail sooner or later anyway. But I was just like, damn, that shit is like way serious right there. I'm just like looking at this chick like, wow. The story went from like one extreme to the next. And I'm just like, man, like the video I did before was saying that there was hope for, a lot of young girls, because, teenage pregnancies are going down and stuff like that, but for her, that wasn't the case. And the thing is, the family was like, the family was on TV saying, oh, she's like just as beautiful on the inside as she is on the outside. I was believing it, I guess everybody else was believing it too, but the way that story ended is just like, yeah, well, I guess they was just saying that, you're not supposed to be ill of the dead, but the way that story went down, I was just like, damn. And I have to admit though, man, most of these chicks who even be into this stuff, some of those chicks are down for all that fighting. They're gonna be into the drug dealing and the robbing and all that, ripping and running and all that. They down for that, but most of those chicks, they down for the excitement, little bit of excitement, a little bit of, they down for the partying. But basically, most of those chicks, they'll come into contact with the law and they're going to visit their boyfriends in jail and stuff like that. That's a lot of times that's as how they. At least I hope, that's what I'm thinking. I'm like, hoping that you don't have like 50% of like I think a very small percentage of those chicks really want to get down with the get down, which means they really want to get down into that shit like that. I think most of them just down for the excitement, and maybe they really in love or whatever, but they're not really trying to get into it all like this chick was. And this chick, she paid the price. Now I'm pretty sure God gave her plenty of chance to, like, yo, here's your chance, Eva, back up. Here's your chance, Eva, back up and get out of this, but she didn't do it, and she paid the price with her life. I guess, you know, she's young, so she probably thought it wouldn't happen to her. Maybe she thought it couldn't happen to her, but shit had happened to her. So I actually wasn't even gonna even like talk about this, but that's like, you know, because I'm saying, like I said, this is the new year, and you know, I want to talk about something positive. But in a way, this is kind of like, I don't want to say it's a teachable moment, but it's something like people. Like, you know, I know a lot of younger people on YouTube that, you know, if you're thinking about, you want to be down with this shit and you think it can't happen to you, she's a perfect example. Like, yeah, that shit can happen to you. You know, you want to be ride or die, you think that shit is just like going to be in the movies and it's going to be all, like, excitement and fun and games, you're just going to walk away from that. Fortunately for this chick right here, she paid the ultimate price. She was like the ride or die chick. She died from this bullshit she was into. Well, anyway, you know, that's what I have to say on that story, on that topic. You know, thanks for listening, people. Like I said, hope you have like a prosperous new year, and thanks for listening. Peace.